us loud and clear, because we are hodgepodging this setup. We are jerry-rigging it. I am here bombarding Vince's beautiful studio, tweaking all the settings, moving all the microphones. So give us a quick message, Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Let us know if you can hear us.
Do you guys hear us properly?
Is
everything working?
Is this on? Is this on?
Nobody's commenting.
We saw hello Vince, says Mark. Audio
is a little crackly.
Maybe
okay.
I can just
right. Okay, let me put it down like this. Is it better? Andrew has been sitting in one place. Yes, we did it. We can hear you, but sound is cracking.
Maybe we'll just stop shouting.
What about like this? It's on. Yeah, it's working. Is everybody hearing us properly? You're a bit staticky.
Go quieter, maybe.
Okay, do you hear it better right now? Is it still crackling enough?
If you're watching this after the live, we're sorry. Bear with us. We'll get this. Too quiet now, Jim.
Too quiet now. Too quiet. Okay. Wait. Here we go. All right, now is it better?
Is it better?
Hello, Susie. Good to see you.
Who else is there? Okay. Hopefully that's just made it quieter. But audio's still crackling.
Oh,
shall we try your laptop mic?
Sure.
Maybe?
Yeah. Okay. On the fly, changing the engine, going with this. Which one? You want to pull out? That's the one. Here we go.
Okay.
Looks like your mic is unplugged.
Test? No, that's plugged.
Oh yeah, here we go. Can you guys hear us better now? Love you again. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Far better. We did it. All right.
We're going to take this and just...
Yeah. Hi, Toby. Hi, Scott. Hi, Jim.
Oh, my goodness. This is so
Neri.
lovely. Hi, Neri.
Michael. Michal.
Wow, everyone's got much better audio quality. Okay, duly noted. Your amazing laptop has the best mic ever. So yeah, to be honest, this might be a bit of a light-hearted fun stream because I think we're excited in a way because we're going to be talking about the fall, like the entire fall and kind of winter releases, which is already exciting.
Yeah. It's just a lot to talk about.
But we're doing something this week that we jokingly or lovingly call Lucky Duck Con.
That's right.
It's kind of mean though because it's just Lucky Duck people.
Yeah, it is.
We're all getting together in Poland. We're bringing a team from the UK, from North Poland. We're bringing a team from France, from America.
From America, yeah.
We've got nearly all of the team here.
Nearly all of the team, yeah. 30 people out of 35 are in Krakow or in Warsaw, going to Zakopane, which is the south of Poland in a nice hotel.
Very nice hotel. When I saw it, I was like, woo wee. We're going to play board games for 3 days.
That's right.
But we're going to talk about the company and the future and what we're doing next as well, which to be honest, I think everyone's just as excited to do.
Yeah, this is... But I think the number one thing that we've all been missing, and I think most of you can relate to the fact that we're going to spend time together. I haven't seen this man in 18 months. Oh my goodness, it's so good to kind of have a life again and to kind of... be able to spend time together. So I think that's the number one key here.
And we found out that you're going to be my photography sensei. You're going to be my teacher, my photography sensei. Because I bought myself a new camera, but it turns out you spent much more than me in the past. So.
Yeah, but now it's all automatic. You don't really need to know about much of this thing anyway. So
take my money, says okay. For Lucky Duck Con. I mean, would you guys like a Lucky Duck Con? Like, I think we could do a Lucky Duck Con.
That'd be nice. I think we should think about it. Post 2022 when the world is a more normal place.
We would need a lot of devices for all of our digital hybrid games. Like we would need a whole arcade hall full of digital games.
See that? I like.
You're gonna have to pronounce this one. I don't know.
I primo premium.
Je joue,
je partage. Bonjour, je joue, je partage.
Hold on, je joue. Je joue. Wait, no. QuackCon.
I like that, Sean.
Anything Lucky Duck. Oh, Baracray. That's so yeah. Well, we're going to start rambling. I'll put a little timestamp here later, so people that come along don't have to bear this. So thank you everyone live for sticking through it. Lucky Duck Con 2022. I mean, it could be a thing. Where would we hold it? Would it be a Parisian, a Poland? Because Poland is our HQ.
It's our HQ.
But you, as our CEO and leader. France,
Paris, America, the UK. I mean,
don't tease me.
Well, why don't you tell us where you'd like to do the first, general public Lucky Duck Con if we're all to meet somewhere to show you, like, the next 2 years worth of what we're working on to a short section of you. Where should we meet?
Look at that handsome As-Polo. Just so you know, As-Polo really should be a playable character in Divinity. I'm just saying, at this point, Az's house, I mean, that, Toby, we'll have that. We'll make that happen. We'd love to come back to Poland for this. Victoria, but Canada, Susie. Wow.
Yeah, actually, I like the sound of that.
QuackCon
Online.
2022. No,
Scott, we need to meet physically. You see, like we miss this, like this human thing, you know, like this human connection. So
the amount of sweeties I've eaten today. Sweeties are I ate that French delicacy. It's like coffee soaked treacle soaked soft buns. Chantilly.
Don't ask me. It's a Polish name. Yeah, it's you know.
Bonjour, says Luke. So is this in? Oh, Julien!
Yeah, that's my brother. Julien, salut!
Oh my God, Julien, it's lovely to see you.
Puffin guarantees. Oh, I need to show you this. I need to show you this.
Me?
Sorry, no. I need to show you that. So as came from all the way from the UK, and here is the gift he brought to me. It's still in my pocket. It is, in fact, a collection of 8 blank cards with a puffin on it.
Only because I want him to give them to people and then have to explain where the puffin came from and have to say Pantheon or puffin.
And so if you haven't followed what happened on Divinus, then I'm sorry and you won't get this reference. But for those, I'm gonna carry this for a long time, I'm afraid.
Hello, Martin. You're a very lucky man. Oh, that's wonderful. And hold on, I need to scroll back up. Someone mentioned QuackCon as the name, and I'm like, I don't know if Quackalope. I don't know if Jesse and the guys at Quackalope would be
maybe
okay
there's something to do with bring all the quacks together. In fact, I'd love that.
QuackCon does sound fun.
That sounds very fun. QuackCon, I love the ring of it.
We might have to do some stuff in French tonight. I think we have a lot of French viewers. You might have to do some translation this evening.
Yeah, I mean, bonsoir, bienvenue, je m'appelle Vincent.
Je m'appelle As. Comme ci, comme ça. Manger escargot. No, I will tell you a little story. Once in France, I tried to tell someone that I ate 3 snails.
Okay.
Thinking like manger, trois, escargot.
Okay.
Apparently, manger should not be pronounced ménage à trois. Ménage à trois, escargot. Different statement.
Oh, wow. It takes you to places. Yeah. Certainly. This is a mistake that can take you like in a very long and interesting evening. That is for sure.
A whole farmhouse of people in the south of France cried laughing at me, and I couldn't work out why. I thought I was being very good. Hello, Ben of the Game Cover.
Hello,
Lovely
Ben.
to see you.
Hello, Luke. Luke is here.
Lucky.con in Iceland. Lots of puffins.
Puffins.
Oh, lol. My favourite French in the world. It's my favourite French noise. Anyway, shall we? I could do this all evening with you. You know,
it's easy.
So this is so funny. This is really nice to spend this time with you and with Vince here talking to you all. Because right now we have like 20 of the team who are all coming together outside having dinner and drinks right now. And they're like, come out. And I'm like, no, we've got to be with the community tonight. We have so much news to share. Let's hope he was telling that to a cute girl. I was telling that to a farmhouse full of middle-aged men.
That is, welcome to France.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Let's jump into it. I think there's so much suspense right now.
Do you know what? We're going to jump into this. Like, this picture makes me literally... This picture makes me super happy. Yep. So let me see if I can bring this up for real this time. There we go. There it is. So we've got a really... In our English catalog, you have to remember at Lucky Duck, we do English, we do French, we do Polish. We work with loads of companies all around the world, selling and sharing and publishing and localizing games. But we're speaking really only about the English releases here.
Yes.
There are tons of French releases. There are even more releases coming for France in the English market. So Davy and Guillaume and the amazing French team will be sharing lots of information on the Instagram. Maybe you can say this bit in French.
Pour toutes les sorties françaises, il y aura un stream français dédié avec Guillaume, Davy et toute l'équipe française. Ce soir, c'est un stream sur les jeux anglais qui vont sortir donc aux États-Unis, au Canada, en Angleterre, en Australie, en Nouvelle-Zélande et en Asie du Sud. Ta-da!
But we're going to focus on the English titles tonight.
Only titles. So I give the warning to our French fans here that unfortunately this is only for English market. Sorry about that.
We love you guys. Tranquility is so great. Yes. So we're going to talk about these in order. So we're going to go through how the games are going to be releasing, because in a month's time, so starting at the beginning of October, we're going to have release after release after release, an exciting new thing, and we're going to start it right now. So, I meant to talk about Lucky.con, but we've done that already, so
Yes.
that's fine. So I don't need to talk about that.
Yes.
So we'll jump straight to coming this October.
This straight to it.
Boom, boom, Small Islands. I mean, you have it right there. But
It is right here. It is beautiful. You know what I love about this game is that I look at the cover, I look at the components, and I'm already like back in the beach. Like, and I love the fact that it's like back
that's
at,
beach.
I'm back at the beach. System français. I'm French. Sorry, but these games just makes me like. I love the fact that we're releasing this in December, in October. Sorry. And
to keep a little sunshine and blue sky in your life, right?
It brings us back to summer.
And Michal said, you're 100% right, Michal, because as we mentioned, we localize games from multiple different languages. Like we had King of 12, which came from a German release originally. We have the Court of Miracles, which was French originally, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is something we do. It's a Small Islands, already came out in France, and is a great game. Glad our foreign friends will be able to play it. Thank you, Michal. That's very sweet of you.
Yeah. Alexi is the designer of the game. Thank you, Alexi, for your great work.
And Susie says something amazing. It is indeed free to play if you'd like to try it on Board Game Arena right now if you would like to give Small Islands a whirl. So let's give you a very brief overview rather than just rambling, let you know what it's about. If you've played any tile laying, Carcassonne-like games where you're matching terrain, you're going to be building areas and looking to score points by completing objectives, you're going to have an initially very nice feeling. Small Islands is very much an entry-level family game. It's really super easy to learn, very vibrant and colourful, just aesthetically on the table is gorgeous. You'll be picking tiles, placing them onto the map, and then you'll be sending out your houses to take over islands, own those, and gather resources. The game has one of my favorite mechanics. There's two things actually about it that I love. The first one is the rounds can end at any moment when any player decides to play their ship onto the board. So you have variable playing rounds, which means you have this really lovely push your luck kind of, oh, I see Vince, if I don't stop him right now, he's going to take that island. I'm going to play my ship and end the round. Oh, you have these wonderful decision points. The other thing that's really cool is it's very easy to learn, but if you like an expert game, there are expert objective cards which allow you to combine and set your own customizable resource objectives for each of the rounds as you play. So you can really tailor and customize your strategy as you go through. The points you can score, the resources you can gather will all be flexible depending on what you want to do, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
And if you're a solo gamer, it also comes with a full solo mode as well. It is, I think Alexi called it the Alexi mode, if I remember right.
Yeah, something like this.
It's literally like you play against the Alexi AI, I believe is what it's called. And you can tailor the AI to suit your playstyle and to work against you, which is just another extra little level.
Exactly.
So there's those extra customizable objective cards. So Small Islands is very much a light, easy game, colourful, vibrant, tile laying, not so much set collection as custom objective gathering is really what you're doing. And then you can add on extra expert level stuff if you like, or the solo mode as well. This one is coming out first week of October. So this one is just about a month away.
Yeah.
We're going to be sending out tons of review copies, so you'll be able to see it getting played. You can check it out on Board Game Arena if you want to play it. The MSRP for this, I believe, is
it's $39.99.
Yeah, you got it in dollars. That is.
Yeah, in dollars. Yeah, we're talking dollars here. Sorry.
And so, Eric, what a lovely thing to say. My two sons and I love Baron Voodoo. It's beautifully illustrated and so well put together. An absolute blast to play. I could not agree more, Eric.
Thank you so much, Eric.
The dice and the artwork in that game always blow me away. I enjoy it every single time. And Yoshi says, that sounds like a great game. Honestly, Yoshi, if you ever want to play a game of this on Board Game Arena with me, we'll make it happen because I adore Small Islands.
There is one last thing also that I just want to finish on because I'm a very at the end, you create an absolutely beautiful island.
An archipelago.
Exactly.
Because the idea is that you're playing as explorers who are going out to navigate and find the resources. So you end up with lots of little individual islands.
And it's really beautiful.
Visually very appealing. I think this photo here kind of gives you... And that's probably only about a third of the way
exactly. It's very visual. It's very satisfying at the end of the game.
We'll have to try it before October. Brilliant, Andrew. Love that. And yes, really want to try Baron Voodoo. Yes, Brie, as I know you like your abstract games, I think Baron Voodoo is something that would be right up your street. All right, what's next? We've got the next release after Small Islands. It's going to be maybe the smallest game we've ever published.
It's very likely.
Tiny little box.
Oh, I love its simplicity and its...
Go good. So for any of you who haven't seen what is just one of the most phenomenally beautiful games that I've ever laid on the table, Tranquility is a cooperative, silently played story where players around the table will be trying to navigate on a path, making it around monsters and dangers, trying essentially, if you're familiar with the mind, to quietly, completely silently actually, work together with the players to ascend your cards in constant order without making any mistakes, so you can safely get to the end of your journey. This is this blows me away. I'm gonna let me make this full screen for a second, because as you build up this game and as you're putting all of the tiles together, you're just creating this lovely, absolutely aesthetically gorgeous, almost cinematic panorama of all the different islands that you're visiting as you make your way tranquilly on your ship through the lands. There are also inside this little box little extra rules as well that add in more difficult game modes once you build up your confidence. I believe I think I've got a shot here. This is... It's Tristram Hall, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just an outstanding artist.
Yeah. And I also want to credit Board Game Shot here for this picture. Is it him?
Absolutely. It's Matthews from Board Game Shot, who is just an absolutely outstanding photographer.
Absolutely.
If you don't follow Board Game Shot on Instagram or Facebook, sort that out. So yes, you're going to be avoiding natural sort of disasters and little events that are happening on the map, like our lovely tentacle monster who's going to try to sink your ship as you're working together. This is a tiny little box. I think it is $14.99.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So it's something that's just a little pick up and play, a lovely little filler game, and something that if you want to keep your family quiet, if you need some hush and to center and relax and just enjoy a lovely cooperative experience.
Yeah. Let's be clear though, cooperative. Pretty challenging though.
Yeah.
It is hard because you are in silence, so there's a lot of like telepathical and so but I love it. We generally, you play it once, you get crushed, and you're like okay, now I get it, now let's do it again. And then it's really like okay. And
if you ever played The Mind, I think it's going to give you that similar kind of feeling if you're familiar with that game, where you're going to be really working with the players around you with your eyes and with your feeling and your senses, and when's the right time to cooperate. And successive plays of this game 3 or 4 times in an hour is really going to be a rewarding experience as you get in tune with one another.
The same time you're like, oh my gosh, we understand each other so well.
I know, right? Keep going. And this one is coming out 2nd, possibly 3rd week of October. So middle of October.
Yes.
We'll have Small Islands at the 1st week of October, and then sort of middle, 2nd, 3rd week of October, we will have Tranquility.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going because we've got even more to talk about. So there's back to, are you allowed to talk? No, Andrew. It is a silent game. You and your boys would love this. So next we want to talk about Crime Zoom. We actually want to talk about that
there
one.
we go.
2 Crime Zooms.
2 Crime Zooms.
Because there are 4 that have been already written.
Correct. French publisher, Aurora Games.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you didn't. I'm so glad you didn't.
Yes, Crime Zoom. So it was an absolutely love at first sight. First of all, this is created by one of my most adored writer, which worked with us on Chronicles of Crime, Stéphane Anquetil. Who is the writer of the noir expansion of Chronicles of Crime, and just someone extremely talented. And I think, exactly. And so I think this is the best way to show you. The idea is that you have a panorama of 16 cards that kind of lay off a crime scene of some kind.
We were very careful that we did not want to show you the content, so we've kept it. This little diagram gives you a good feeling for exactly what we're describing.
That's all we'll show you today, because it is a one-time play, so you really don't want to spoil yourself. All you need to know is all in this. So you have those images, and the way it's called Crimes because you take one of those cards and you. Oh, you're teasing.
No, I can't do it. No, can't spoil it.
and so you flip around what you're zooming on. In this example, there is this glass of red wine, or is it I can't see from. Oh, it's actually a glass of whiskey. And you flip it around, and then you read about it, and then it tells you, hey, there is a report about it. Why don't you go to this location? And so there's 16 cards that shows a diorama, and then the rest of the deck, which is.
What you're going to uncover, essentially.
Exactly.
And you're literally zooming in. It's like, have you ever printed an actual photograph and gone to do this on it and realized that it's not a smart device? It's kind of what you're doing, because you're actually going to be zooming in to the areas that you choose to investigate, but not all of it will be relevant to the case. And to give you a little example, this case we're looking at opens in Brooklyn. It says Brooklyn neighborhood. So December 1980, New York. On September around 7 p.m, an anonymous neighbor alerted 911 that shots had been fired at Mr. Frank Brickell's home in a poor Brooklyn neighborhood. The police broke down the door, which was locked from the inside. inside and discover a crime scene. And I'm going to stop reading there,
Yeah.
but you'll be given just enough context to enter into the scene, and then you're going to have to really choose what areas of that scene you're now going to zoom into on the cards by flipping them over, as Vince described.
That's right. So there's two aspects of the.
Watch his ass try to. I kind of want to do it now. I mean, there's only 9 in this setup. I could maybe do 9.
Hello, Rolling Solo. So.
Yeah, this is a good solo game.
So here are the two things. At any point, you can stop and try to answer the question that is in the booklet to see if you've really understood who, why, where, and many other questions. The scoring then is based on how many cards you've consumed. So it's just a matter of how far do you need to go into these 55 cards to get to the bottom of the story. And the earlier you stop, the more points you score. But it's so tempting to go to just uncover everything basically as you go there. So what's interesting in the way it's done is that there is a scoring system for that crowd that really love challenges and optimization and don't want to get every information and think they just have enough to solve the puzzle. And then there is the people like me who are just full explorers who needs everything anyway because they are terrible deductors and they just want to enjoy the full story to its full and we'll uncover every card thinking, okay, no, I still need something I don't know right now. And so you got everything there.
So they are one-time play.
They're one-time play, yes.
$14.99 USD.
That's right.
And there's no destruction or anything of the cards.
There's no destruction. You can
play it multiple times, improve your score, explore more if you want to as well. And we literally call it pocket investigation because that's what it is. It will literally fit in your pocket. It's just the deck of cards, gives you everything you need to play in the tiny little rulebook. You can really pick up and get into this immediately. And these are the first 2 of 4.
So that's right, and probably more actually. Aurora Games and Alexi and Stefan are working on more things. But I
didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because these are very popular.
And this is very popular. Yeah.
So rather than kind of draw it out, we decided we'd release 2 at once. These are going to be coming towards the end of October. So that's right. Small Islands at the start, Tranquility in the middle, and double Crime Zone at the end. So plenty of opportunity to get into games in October. Cool.
So hi Ben. Yeah.
For the chat bite?
So.
Do you know a joke that I don't know here?
Yes. Because today is the birthday of a very dear friend. His name is Guillaume, and there is this. So a chat in French is a tag game.
Okay.
And the other word appears to be describing, let's say, the part of a masculine body, and it is in fact a very cultural fraternity kind of game to
Ben,
play.
you have some explaining to do, sir. I will pick up with you later to understand. Eric had some questions saying, will Small Islands be available on Amazon?
So we don't. So we work with our partner PSI. In the US, yes, we work with PSI and directly with Amazon as our distributors. So we are present there. In other countries like the UK, it is more dependent on the shop that we work with, whether they have an Amazon presence. Overall, most of our titles are present on Amazon. If it's not through us or through Amazon directly, it will be through partners that will carry the game.
Cool. That is the most random comment I think I've ever had. Groby on Twitch just wants French. I'm okay with that.
All right. So what's next?
So we've done Small Islands, Tranquility, double Crime Zone, 2 different unique Crime Zone cases. Oh, your laptop about to die?
I just did that. Yes. One second.
Oh my god! If you let your laptop die right now, I will fall out with you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All good, people. Oh no, it's not all good. Here you go. Yes.
My god!
We saved the stream. We saved the stream. All right.
I would be sad if that wasn't the second time that happened today, because we were in a meeting sitting right here when you all of a sudden dove off and your laptop shut down. I mean, come on.
This is my life. I forget to pling my...
Mikhail says, best moment of the video explaining Shabit or Shabit?
Shabit.
Oh, Shabit.
Shabit to English.
Of course, if you said Shabit, I would have understood immediately. Professionalism and production value, right?
Done.
You don't get both of those very often. So... This is what happens when you're 18 months apart, right?
Exactly.
You gotta have the giggles sometimes. So, October, 4 releases into November. This is a big one. Well done finishing that. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
I would be so insane. This is probably the hottest cyberpunk related game, physical or digital, going to release this year. We would say that, right?
Yeah.
There was some other ones with some film actors and stuff, but I heard they just weren't that good.
They were not that far off from us, and they maybe worked for 5 years. But that stuff is what you really want to put your fingers on.
So finally, we had 1400 with Parisian puzzle solving. We've had jumped ahead. 1400 medieval crime solving with Visions and our pup and our family solving with Abelard.
That's right.
Then we had 1900 with Victor with journalism and puzzle escape rooms, and now we're jumping forward another 500 years to standalone Chronicles of Crime 2400. 4 cases ready to play out of the box. And yes, 2400. Toby says my daughter is laughing her. We're like Bert and Ernie. What is your daughter? Is she like 3? Who are these crazy guys on TV? What's going on? Fancy's sound effects and drum rolls. This presentation is up to 11. Thanks, Chris. So yeah, this is the theme. So with Chronicles of Crime, we obviously had London forensics, where the base game was set. We had noir for LA, that gritty, dark period of time. We had the 1980s Welcome to Redview, kind of Stranger Things vibes.
That's right.
Then we had 1400, 1900, and now with 2400, we are now for the first time going into the future. Yep. We're going to have cyberspace. You're going to be chasing avatars through the digital world. You're going to be augmenting your body with cybernetic implants, playing as Kalia Lavelle, a trained cyber agent who essentially has said no to the corpse. I will not work for you. You're just out for the big man. They strip her of all of her technology and all of her detective ability, but she still goes out to help the people, and you're going to rebuild Kalia as you play through the stories. Scott, I'm coming. So when is the editor being released? So, Chronicles of Crime editor, we are going to wait until we've actually got all of the Millennium Series content out.
That's
so,
right.
2400 is coming, but we've still got, for all the Kickstarter backers, and available on our website when it's out, Chronicles of Time,
That's
the
right.
expansion that will take you across all 3 of the games.
That's right.
Once that's out, we'll then be looking at making the community editor. And we will be, I believe, updating the existing Chronicles of Crime editor.
That's correct. Yes, exactly. It will be augmented with the new feature and the new decks that there is in there. So
you'll be able to create scenarios for all of the 3 standalone Millennium Series games, the original London Forensic, and both of its expansions. Plus then the Chronicles of Time, well, I don't know, that might be a little bit much to put in there, but some people might want it. So that will be likely Q1 next year.
Yeah, probably either end of the year or early January, not further than this, for sure.
Yeah. So it's very much in our mind, and a key part of what we wanted to do with all the Chronicles of Crimes games and the Destinies system as well. We want to give those to the community to make their own scenarios, cases, and stories.
Susie's off. Have a good night, Susie. Thank you so much for showing off.
Andrew says 2400 has my favourite art yet in the Chronicles of Crime series. Very pretty. And Susie, look at that tremendous Susie send off. I love that. Yes,
this is like, let's put this full screen.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do it
hit
here.
this little solo button right there. No! Hit the little one in the corner.
Hi, my name is Vincent. Right.
So it also has not only some of the best art in any of the Chronicles of Crimes games to date, but one of the most diverse range of casts. We've got essentially very human-looking people. We've got androids. We've got augmented people. We've got cybernetic avatars, essentially, that are living in cyberspace. This is going to be taking what is a crime-solving investigation game and really dialing it up to a whole new level where you're going to have to be thinking completely differently about how you go about solving things. You could meet an avatar in the cyber world, but you actually don't know who that person may be. So you're going to have to augment yourself to be able to track them down, or you're going to have to work out if they're lying to you in the real world and find them in meat space. I always love that term, meat space. You're going to have to deal with viruses and traps and things that might eject you from cyberspace. You're going to get to visit these locations in cyberspace, and also in the, maybe the megadome, essentially the utopia, or the dark, gritty slums and the downtrodden people who don't get to live the fancy corporation life. It's super cyberpunk. If you're into those kind of themes, if you're into Neuromancer, if you're into Netrunner, if you're into cyberpunk at all, this is going to be right up your street.
I have to say, when you sell these like this, I'm like, I want to play that game. And I'm like, wait, I played that game, but I want to play that game again. Like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, wow. Wow.
Please do an extra hour of the Az and Vince show. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll just do a Facebook Live and we'll head down to the plaza and then we'll do it from there.
Sounds good.
Chris says, love 1900. Beth and I solved a murder together. It was a lot better than her kicking my butt in Destinies, though viewers enjoyed her whooping me in the game.
Yeah, this is competitive, you know, it takes the...
It's good. A little bit of cooperative gaming is good. Don't you tease me, Anne. I would love a bit of Netrunner. Did you see the news that Wizards of the Coast re-upped their trademark for Netrunner? Oh, we were watching the press as we love keeping an eye. You'll have plenty of that kind of feeling in 2400 as well if you're into that. Is that not cheating?
I don't know.
What's going on there?
I don't know.
What's going on? This is what it's doing.
What's going on?
There we go. I wanted to show Kalia. So this is showing you, you'll see there that there are actually 2 different cybernetic implants that Kalia currently has available in that photo, and it will give you opportunities to scan them into the app when you want to activate them, but you'll be using energy, so you won't have this unlimited ability to just always use your cybernetic implants whenever you want to. You're going to have to pick your specific moments when you're interacting or searching a scene or questioning someone to get the information that you want. Very, very, very intriguing, very interesting game, and something that I think for crime-solving fans or for cyberpunk fans is the perfect thing. And just in time for Christmas. So that one, November. But I'm going to circle back to that in a second.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead. So, Destinies, Sea of Sand. Now, our Kickstarter backers, if you were a backer, you will have had this for a few months. Congrats to you and thank you for backing us early. That was a big thing. But now we'll be releasing it to the vast retail market. So you're going to be getting 3 new scenarios set in a very Arabian Nights Africa, full of pirates and sand warriors and demons and the Ifrit, giant Ifrit mini, which I'm going to show off the artwork for here. I adore this artwork. Like ever since I first saw it. You're now being very, very disruptive in chat. I'm not. I do like the AVR actually, though it sounds like the audio video R. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. So yeah, this is going to take. So Destinies is set in a very dark world, almost fantasy, but really medieval, set in France. It gives you this feeling of dealing with the occult and the pagans and the Christianity and all the angels and demonic presence that come with that time period. What we're then doing with Sea of Sands is taking you down into Africa. You're going to be looking for ways to break into the pirate fortress. You're going to be going into mazes and traversing vast deserts where actually, if you're into the mechanics of Destinies, one of the added abilities in this expansion is you'll have different sections of the map that you'll be able to traverse between. So you may end up with 2 or 3 or 4 different regions across deserts that you'll need to travel to. So it's really going to change up how you approach Destinies. I'll come back to the questions about Chronicles of Crime in just a second. Obviously, new characters. If you're not familiar with Destinies, every single time you play a scenario, there are 3 characters custom written with 2 possible Destiny paths that they can take specific for the story of each scenario. So of course, with 3 new scenarios in Sea of Sands, we've got a brand new range of characters that are going to be available in there for you to play.
That's right.
Here's a view of some of those map tiles I was talking about. There's nothing too spoiler in there. I was careful not to put anything that would give anything away, but it's fair to say you'll have to really think about what caves you're going to enter into. You might find yourself in a labyrinth. You're going to have to think about maybe getting over walls or moving through gates. A very different experience to the kind of countryside and kind of ruined feeling of the original game.
I think this new theme may be a much better match for those who may not be in full love of this medieval kind of dark, dirty medieval, and this is like as this fresh, maybe not a very hot dessert, but it definitely refreshes so deeply the theme, and it shows how the engine and the gameplay can really take you places, basically. And I have to say, I love the setting of this expansion.
It's funny that the Destiny system is so universal, and we think that it's one of the systems where you can learn to play it in 2 minutes. Getting started in Destinies is such a smooth experience, and then you can just enjoy the world. So this is like taking that same experience with just a couple of extra added new mechanics, because it's an expansion, of course, when I add a bit of extra flavour in there, but then you just are immediately immersed into an entirely new place.
That's right.
So Destiny Sea of Sand, that is coming. That will be, again, November. But I'm going to circle back to that in a second. We have some questions here, so let me say. So Destinies is amazing. Any news about more Destinies?
Well, in fact, we're finishing the...
I nearly said the thing I've been telling you not to say. I was so close. and then because I would tell it.
Don't invite me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
We're listening. We're listening.
Okay, wait. I have my. You have not look at this place, and you forget everything you've heard so far. All right, so
let's just say we're listening.
No. I am. Anyway, there are things that cannot be told.
So let's give a quick time. So, myth and folklore. Those scenarios are being... So at the moment, you have the core game of Destinies.
That's right.
And in November, you're going to have Sea of Sands.
That's right.
Myth and Folklore, the expansion, which was exclusive to Kickstarter backers, but it will also now be available on our website, will be ready in the next month or two. That's all the content complete.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. The community editor is also being worked on.
Absolutely. And that's a very, very important piece for us. It's something that we really want to put a lot of love on. And I think that's the best source of new content in the very short term, anyway, because we beyond just making those games, we believe into creating a creative platform for people to write on and people to enjoy those extra writing. So a lot more to come here. This is just, it's coming.
Yeah, we've seen dozens of cases done for the original Chronicles of Crime, and some of them are just out of this world impressive. There's a beautiful BGG thread which kind of rates them and lays them all out and gives an overview of each of them. We're looking to embrace that in the months to come, share more of the community's content, really talk more about the community editor for all the Chronicles of Crimes games once they're ready, and the Destinies community editor for the scenarios there too. So all of that is coming. And let's just say that we are listening. Destinies was hotly released. We've done a second print run and I think a third.
The third one, yeah, we're
on its way. It's
very large,
selling out like mad. It's wonderful. The reception's been great.
It's wonderful, yeah.
So we're listening. More Destinies. Possible. Anything is possible.
I can't say anything.
I know, and I'm trying my best not to be good. Let me scroll back up because there was some more questions from. So, Pokey Phantom or Poke Phantom, does Chronicles of Crime have a lot of replayability or is it one and done? So essentially, the stories in Chronicles of Crime, the cases you will solve, it won't change when you play them. However, your approach to it can change dramatically, and there is always information, because you'll see at the score screen at the end, that you can explore and find out more about. So when you finish a case, you will have like almost a checklist saying, did you get this information? Did you find the right suspect, the right situation? What about this bit of information? Did you find out why or what was done or who did this or what about that? So if you complete it and you ace it all 100%, you'll have really done that scenario. And for you, probably not playing it again for a month or two would make sense because it's going to be the same content again. But very often, you will 3 or 4 star a case and there will be information you miss and you can definitely enjoy it again. Yeah. Destinies is a little different because Destinies, the world changes and the actions you take, whether you save somebody or burn down their farm or you want to go a particular route, you have a more of a changing world. Chronicles of Crime, the stories really are what they are. And Sean, Destinies is so good, really amazing experience. Thank you, Sean, so much. And you know what? I love the word experience because Destinies is like a modern day role-playing game or modern, on the tabletop or modern day choose your own adventure. It's an experience to play, and we wanted to facilitate those easy mechanics so you could just get in and enjoy it. Rather than having a very mechanically heavy Euro game. And we really think that's resonating well. So thank you for saying.
Absolutely, yeah.
Scott says, my son and I love Destinies. He handily beat me, or should I say the villain in the first scenario. Well, long may that trend continue, Scott. Power to your son. I mean, believe me, Chris, I am pushing for the Puffin expansion. Do not worry. So Destinies has been so fun to play solo. Do you know what? Yeah. Do you prefer the exploration or the challenger mode? Because the explorer is super relaxing. You can go and do whatever you want and generally just enjoy the experience. Whereas challenger is challenging. I have had challenger mode kick my butt at least twice. And I'm curious to see Phantom what your favorite is. We've got a few answers. Scroll down. My goodness, we've got a chance of getting app updated to display mini number with the 3-day view. It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. We'll take the request, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
We'll see what can be done.
And yeah, so calls for spoilers. I'm sorry, we give as much as I can possibly go into. Please make Diviners in Spanish retail.
It may happen.
Yeah,
it may happen. It most likely will happen. In fact, it's just that this kind of game, to take a serious partners, they want to test it, and it was
It's a big undertaking because
is.
there are so many thousands of words in a Destiny story.
No, it's Divinus. It's Divinus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because Destinies is in Spanish already. No, wait.
Yes, sorry.
No, so for Divinus, it's just a matter of time. In fact, we're talking to a couple partners. It's not signed, but for once, we decided to take the time to pick our partners rather than rush through early partner before the campaign and make this happen. But do not worry, Acero. Did
Acero Azul.
Good name.
Acero. What is your name? Azul. Acera Azul. Acero. Oh,
anyway, we're working on it.
Yeah, we saw during the campaign a lot of comments and requests for it. And we always pay attention to that because if a few of you are speaking up and saying you want it, that means there's probably more people out there that want it too. So we appreciate the feedback. Another Divinus question.
Oh, this is a tough one because Divinus is really a different game. It has a story-driven component to it, but it is first of all a tiling with quite a lot of layers of complexity and decision in there. So it is unsure, and in fact, it was not talked and promised on the campaign because we do not know yet how this will play out.
No, so it's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one, yeah. Where Chronicles of Crime. Destinies, those are fully story-driven platform that we can hand you over the keys because you can completely take this material, write your own story, redo the map the way you want, and just reinterpret this material in your own story. This one is different because it has boxes to open and there's a very...
So I think if we were going to do it, it would probably be eternal mode only.
Yes,
it would be, and it would be essentially rather than writing a lot of scenario, it'd be more about how you set up the god cards, how you set up the quest cards, and then the opportunities that you present to players with the locations and the tiles. Because the tricky thing is you have to remember that each person as they play through the legacy campaign is going to be changing their game.
Yep.
So it really, Andre, it's a really good question, and Divinus has some of that lifeblood of other games we've done, but it's far more mechanical and far less story, so it's unlikely.
Unfortunately.
So, just to reply, Pokey says, Challenger mode in Destinies all the way. I lose many times with it too. It's called the Challenger mode. That's literally why it's called that. Divinus in France too? Of course, it's happening. Yeah. Of course. Andrea said, love Destiny, just wish there was co-op mode because my wife gets too upset when she loses. We're listening.
Yeah, we're listening. We're listening. Let's say that we're listening.
That's all.
That's all we'll say.
It's Fraser, isn't it? It's Dr. Fraser Crane that says that, hi, I'm listening. Is that what he says?
That's right. We're the Dr. Frasers of...
it definitely makes me Niles because you're definitely Fraser. I don't want to be Niles. Can I be Eddie the dog? Can I be... I don't want to be Niles. Sorry.
Okay, I can be the dog if you want.
No, you're definitely Fraser. You're definitely...
I don't know.
Maybe I could be Bulldog, the other guy. Has all the hope of a Cerberus plushie been dashed? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. It will never be dashed. I will never let this topic go. To be really blunt with you, getting feedback from factories has been really, really difficult. And I still have an ongoing email chain about it. I have not forgotten. But it's unlikely.
We may want to
If anyone's seen me filming from my studio at Lucky Duck UK, plushies are always in my heart, and if I can make them happen, I will. It's not. As Polo plushie, no, there's no factory in the world that would make that. It's too big a health risk.
That sounds fun though.
What's this? I don't know. Je partage. That says je partage, right?
Je partage is a good partner to test game and of course sell it. Merci Madran Otman. All right. When will Disinfect stop?
Amazing work. Literally, I think
right now?
28th of August. We just had a big shipment arrive in Europe. I believe the American one is just about to, if not has just arrived.
That's right.
That was the second printing, and the third printing is also happening right now. You should be seeing Destiny starting to arrive.
Yes, it is imminently. It is coming.
So thank you. Great question.
It is not a big batch. It was only So it's not going to be in stock very long, but there is a huge gigantic batch coming right behind. So, but you may want to jump on those copies when you see them because it was not a big reprint. It was a reprint made before the game even released. In fact, because we saw so much demand before the release that we said to make a second smaller print, and then the game released, and we're like, why didn't we make 5 times more than that? So then the 5 times more is coming now.
It's very hard to predict these things, and we listened to distributors, and it was kind of like, yeah, they're interested, this is good, and then they were like, we're really interested, we're like, quickly, get to the printers. It should be happening really imminently.
Yes.
And also another question about Destiny's restock, so hopefully that's... and lots, Michael has not forgotten about the Cerberus. Jonathan is listening, I love it. And we got a lovely thank you. Oh, Transmit Friends. Okay, well, we still got another 2 things to talk about.
We do.
3 actually, but 2 to talk about right now. So if you haven't seen this, where have you been? Like, where have you been? Under a rock? We've got two brand new Lucky Duck Kids games coming this November. So in time for the holiday season, we're going to have a 6+ and a 7+ title.
That's right.
They are Kids Chronicles, Quest for the Moonstones, and Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. Now, for any of you that plays Chronicles of Crime, and we've had a lot of people crying out to us and saying, I love Chronicles of Crime, but it's gritty, it's violent, there's death, there's crime to be solved. I want to play it with my kids, but the content's a bit too mature. Well, Kids Chronicles is going to give you the opportunity to have a family experience, storytelling, going into a magical kingdom, exploring how many different virtual reality scenes?
Like 60+. It's basically David Sickel, who is the author of Chronicles of Crime, is the author behind this, and went. The story is funny. As of playtest, the original way of Kids Chronicles was still deduction and things like this. And what they saw that the kids almost forget there is a deduction. They were in this short VR scene, they're like, oh my gosh, let's go see the witch. And they're like, okay. And so they were just thrilled by the story, almost forgetting deduction. So we pulled that string and did a game that is extremely visual. So in a classical Chronicles of Crime story, you have many locations and only 2 VR scenes in an entire story. Here, every single location has, in fact, multiple VR scenes because the weather can change, the object can be moved, things can be burned. So every time the visual, so it's a very, very visual. The clue object do not have name; they only have images. So it is a game of visual matchmaking for the kids, and it's more of a story to go through as a family together, with typically the parents holding the phone and going through this and reading the story for the children, and the children experiencing a short virtual reality. We don't want for them to spend too much time there, but just enough to get a sense of this, like, oh wow, and I see this and I see the red stuff, and to just listen to the story and go through the story. So this is a very exciting title.
And we're only showing these 2 boxes at the moment. We're going to have a proper live stream where we're going to dedicate a lot of time to going into these games and really, really showing them off, because there are so many magical items and characters and places to explore in Kids Chronicles that it's going to warrant a whole live stream where we just sit down and really dive into what that game's going to be. Very much kid focused. Very much, if you've got the family, you want to sit down and play this together. Got it on. Love you guys. So happy to see your continued success.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
I get.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Yeah.
Rough target age for Kids Chronicles. It really is that 7+. That's 7 to 10, 7 to 12.
So yeah, I would say 7-12. I think 7-12 is a fair range.
But very much, so for me, between these 2 games that we're talking about right now, Kids Chronicles is very much a game that's very, very, very much kid focused. So I wouldn't imagine sitting around the table is a 30-40-year-old really playing that without the family. It's very much written and targeted that way.
Yes, absolutely.
And Michal, I keep saying Michal because I'm here in Poland now.
Michael.
I could be Michal, but Michael says, when will these be available for purchase in the US? So November.
Yes.
So we're trying to get them out in time for Black Friday and the holiday season to get them on the shelves.
In fact, earlier, first week of November is our ideal target right now, but logistics. So
yes, shipping at the minute. And just to go back for a second, I still love that art. So Jonathan, thank you so much, Jonathan. Andy says, I need Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy in my life. So yes, let's talk about Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy for a second, because this one you definitely could play if you're an adult.
Yes.
This one is started for 6+. It's a very simple game to learn, where you're going to be jumping into your grandpa's attic initially and stumbling across some fur furry, ravenous, hungry monsters. They're going to have coloured fur or even scales, maybe later.
Yeah.
And you're going to be taking random household items and scanning them into the phone to put that colour in and trying to match the fur of the monsters. So everybody around the table will have a hand of these cards, and you're going to be working together to add a red fire hydrant or a yellow shovel to try and get the orange of the fur. And the closer you match, the better you do to successfully feed the hungry monsters, and then move on to the next monster and feed it. There's going to be 12, I believe, different missions.
That's right.
And there's going to be 4 different areas you're going to explore. Let's see if I can get this right. It's going to be an attic, going into a forest, going into a scrapyard, and a museum eventually.
That's correct.
And you'll be gathering all these different things that you find, and then the app sits in the middle of the table, and you'll be scanning the cards to feed them to the monster and hopefully do well. But there's extra vitamin cards that you don't want to give to monsters, but you do want to give to lovely, happy rabbits. Right. There'll be harder little challenges, and you're only going to move through each one of the challenges if you successfully feed all of the monsters as you go through.
That's right. The fun part is that the 3 other locations are locked, so they are separate deck that you're not allowed to open until you arrive there. So there's something
progression.
Very satisfying for children to like, oh, we're opening the second deck, you know, so it's yep. Oh yeah.
Matthias, I am, my friend. Although I get that I'm here until Tuesday next week. So if you Monday or Tuesday next week, you drop me a message, my friend.
If you want to
or
come,
Sunday evening, maybe
come visit us in the office.
It'd be amazing. So quick thing on these. So we're going to do a proper deep dive into both of these kids' games a little bit sooner. These are towards the back end of all the releases we've talked about. But Essenspiel from the 14th of October to the 17th of October is going to be one of our first cons, but we did have a con just last weekend, right?
That's right. It was, don't ask me to pronounce the name of that con, it was a Polish con. It was actually the first Polish con of our Polish team, which is a team that started in September 2020 in the middle of a pandemic, and finally got a chance 1 year after the launch of Lucky Duck Postcard to actually be at a convention, which went absolutely wonderfully well. They were on the moon to be able to finally meet fans and stuff. So
and the French team are going to Vichy.
Yeah,
Vichy in like 2 weeks' time.
Exactly. The Vichy, which is both a B2C and B2B convention, and we plan to also meet a lot of stores over there. But there is a 2-day Saturday Sunday convention at Vichy.
Mm-hmm. And then for the English releases, our next big one is going to be Spiel. So that is the 14th to the 17th of October.
Absolutely.
For that, we are going to be doing a limited Essen release, pre-release essentially, of a small number of copies. So if you're there, those November releases, why are you not updating screen? Come on. Those why are you not updating?
I don't know.
Those November releases that we've just spoken about, so that's Destinies Sea of Sand expansion, the Chronicles of Crime 2400 standalone game, Kids Chronicles, Quest for the Moonstones, and Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. They're all coming in at the very start of November. You'll be able to get them at Spiel, just in limited quantities, though. First come, first serve, just a couple of weeks earlier.
Yes.
So if you are there, please swing by. We're going to be in Hall 1, right to the left of the entrance. The booth number, unfortunately, escapes my mind right now. But please come and see us.
Yeah, I would say even if you don't want to buy anything, just come give us a hug. Yeah, come give us a hug.
COVID safe hug. a COVID safe hug. The Spiel team are being very good about vaccinations and safety, so we're doing our best to adhere to that.
Nobody can get in there without a vaccine, and then we'll all be masked, and so we'll have a very COVID-y hug. Still, it's gonna be in person.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. And we're taking 20 of our team.
Yes,
Lucky Duck are going en masse.
Yeah, we're no joke. Yeah, we're coming on force.
So, quick recap, and then I'll come back. So we have up first in literally 1 month's time. Small Islands is coming.
Yes.
So tile laying, fun family entry level with expert and solo modes beyond that. Tranquility in the middle of October for a silent, cooperative, beautiful, gorgeous experience where you're working together to sail your ship safely across the shores and through all the islands. Then double Crime Zoom. 2 cases coming, 2 pocket investigations coming at the end of October. Both of them will be coming out at the same time. You'll be able to grab them in local game stores. Then in November, we're going to have Chronicles of Crime 2400. We're going to have Destinies Sea of Sands, and the 2 brand new Lucky Duck Kids games, Kids Chronicles, Quest for the Moonstones, and Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. But if you're at Spiel, you'll be able to get at least a copy of those if you're there quick enough, a couple of weeks early, as we do a little pre-release at Spiel.
That's right.
Des, David, our lovely David, who unfortunately cannot be with us for Lucky.con. David, it's lovely to see you, sir. I will give you a call on a video call, and we'll have a chat while we're at the con. And he asks a very, very tough question. I guess, you know what, we'll report back after Lucky.con. We'll quiz the team. Close your eyes and get a hug. Which one was better?
Yeah, we're definitely two huggers, so
we are huggers. Bree says, please stream from Spiel 2, big team stream. I mean, that would be amazing. I'm hoping at Lucky.con this Thursday and Friday, or this Thursday possibly, to do a little live stream with the team there and kind of get some people to come on and chat and introduce some of the people that don't normally get to be on camera, because there's so many artists and designers and stuff. It's great. Had to go be social, says Andy. But great stream, guys. Enjoy your time in Poland. Thank you so much, Andrew. It's amazing.
See you later.
And Chris says, might make it out to Spiel, figuring things out this week. Awesome. Let us know what happens, Chris. I just pre-ordered both Crown Zooms earlier today. Destiny. Oh, Michael, you absolute legend. Yes, heart with fingers. Now, we have one final thing to mention.
Yeah.
Which I do believe we've shared some information to the press, and we did a press release when we first announced this partnership, but we've really not really talked to our customers and talked to you all as a community about what this product would be. We have something, let's get past this, we have something coming which I deem to be like the ultimate board game stocking stuffer. Like it's if you've got someone in your life who likes board games, but you're like, I don't know what game to buy them, this is it. So we are partnering with our good friends at Game Trayz to bring their, I want to say infamous, Game Trayz line of X-Trays.
That's right.
For a full worldwide retail release.
That's right.
So these were only available on Game Tray's website, and I believe some on the Board Game Geek store for a short time. They may still be some there, but we're now going to be bringing them into friendly local game stores all around the world and into all of your favorite shops, so you can grab these. And these we're also looking for November?
Yeah, November. Yeah, yes, exactly. Probably mid-November. Like first week of November, probably.
Yeah. And so these are really, they're going to come in little sets where you can get 3 of the single and 3 of the double spacing ones. We're going to also try and share some information with you on what's the perfect combinations for the perfect games. So if you have a fan of Twilight Imperium, or you have a fan of big box games that could really do with some storage solutions, we'll share with you what the perfect number of X-Trays would be to cover that need. And it's going to be a great little item that you can just, I love the organization of Game Trayz. I always have.
It's so good. It's so good, and it's so qualitative. The plastic use is like so strong. It always comes with a lead, so it's 6 trays with a lead. I'm like, I can't wait to have those.
We love our bling, right? And we love our upgrades.
Yeah, we do.
And the thought of not using baggies anymore is like super exciting to me.
Like just you set up everything is in the box preset. You just open it. Everything is here. You're like, oh.
I know, right? We love. I mean, any board gamer that says they don't like organization. Actually, just in case he ever watches this, oh my god, my brain. Lizzie and Derek Funkhauser sometimes share some live streams on Board Game Spotlight, the amazing Facebook group, where he shows the inside of his boxes as he's throwing cards in. Can't handle that stuff. It actually hurts my inner child. One day, Lucky Duck Game neoprene mats. So we've actually done neoprene mats for a few of our games. We did one for Destinies. We did one for the Millennium series for Chronicles of Crime. We've done individual player ones before. We did for Destinies. We did for Mutants, I think, and Vikings Gone Wild as well.
We did.
Just a Lucky Duck Games neoprene mat.
Yeah, and I think what Je joue, je partage means here is that we've never really released them to stores, and they always kind of stayed linked to those Kickstarter campaigns and never became a thing of an accessory. I very much agree with you. Je joue, je partage. And we should probably explore this idea.
Yeah, I love neoprene. Neoprene's one of my favorite. Neoprene and metal coins are like
the smell of the rubber and the. Am I going too far? But yeah. Anyway.
I mean, you couldn't be talking about cars there for the smell of the rubber on the track and say, oh, he's just sniffing neoprene. Neoprene mat sounds fun. Would love that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, for retail, you look at you. You're on the money, Vince. You had it exactly right. Board Game Matthew says, now I know why we have sun in Krakow. Thanks, Az. Oh, you absolute sweetie. Man, drop me a message on Facebook. We're traveling tomorrow morning.
Yep.
To, I'm not going to try and say it. You said
Zakopane.
But we'll be back on Friday.
Friday afternoon.
So Saturday and Sunday. I'm in Krakow.
Yeah.
Trying to play games with this man, but I think his wife might want to see him after he's been away for a few days. So maybe we'll make some time.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Well, look, hey, that's it. So we've got 8 new titles. That includes, it's 1 expansion, right? Yes, 7 new games, 1 expansion, plus the Game Trayz as like the ultimate Christmas gift for your board gamer friends. it's going to be a really good couple of months.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There's so much going on. I have to say, more than anything, I had so much fun tonight doing this with you guys. Oh my
Man, look at that.
goodness.
1 minute to 10, 1 hour stream, I said, and then we're going to get some dinner. This is all right. We did okay.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, if you have questions, get your questions in now because we're going to wrap up in a minute.
Thank you so much. I just want to say, like, we had such a great audience tonight. Thank you so much for the comments, for being here, listening to what we have to say, being kind, and so.
There's so much love in
all
this chat.
all the heart to all of you for spending an hour with us tonight,
and for audio testing for us. Thanks very much. We appreciate the. Is this a recommendation for a place to visit in Poland?
I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah. Also recommend Igranie in Gdynia, which is in the north of Poland by the Baltic Sea, next to Gdańsk. But we're going full south on Adrian, so Gdynia will have to be next time though.
We have a couple of other questions. Can't wait to receive Divinus neoprene with my chest.
Oh yes.
So much, yes.
Grolbe, yes, the French expansion is coming up. We don't know when. It looks like it's going to be very late 2021, most likely early 2022, just because of the manufacturing and logistic mess that we're going through. Everything is translated. It's in the end of the printer, but we're hanging in there, waiting for some dates.
And thank you so much for watching on Twitch. I love it. I love getting some Twitch
Oh,
comments.
yeah.
That makes me so happy. Love all of your games, man.
Thank you.
Just so much
Thank you
love.
so much.
So
Really,
much
really,
love.
thank you so much.
All right. Shall we say goodbye to everybody and go start our Lucky.con evening?
Oh,
yeah.
I'd say let's do that.
Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I'll probably do another stream next Tuesday, I think. Yeah, we'll do something to say goodbye. Keep an eye out on Thursday. We may do a Lucky.con stream and let everyone come and say hello to you. So if you're around, be prepared. It will be spontaneous. It'll be random. It'll probably be very excitable and maybe a little bit tipsy. So be warned. Be warned. Okay, until next time, everyone, thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.